Hey guys, it's Juan here from Physique Transformation Academy, and today I want to chat with you guys about my 2024 competitive bodybuilding season. So I've had a lot of questions about what I did, how I feel, and let me just give you guys my thoughts and my insights as to everything that happened the past year, especially the last few weeks, now that I am done with my competitive season. So this whole thing started back in 2023. I was having an awesome prep with a coach, and then all of a sudden the prep turned absolutely terrible. My gut was telling me, you're not going the right direction, you're not doing the right things, but I didn't listen to my gut. And from there, I had a very, very watered down look on stage. Despite it being my best look ever, I had the potential to look so much better for that show. I ended up really, really disappointed. To be honest, I almost wanted to quit bodybuilding altogether. Not only because of that, but that coach also told me that maybe bodybuilding is not my sport. That that maybe I wasn't made for this. That I should quit. And that really hit me hard. I felt like all my efforts for so many years were just not being shown on stage, and it was really, really disheartening. As soon as I was done that show, though, I had my moment of sappiness and sadness, and then I said, you know what? I'm going to get better. Thanks to the help of my wife and others around me that encouraged me. They said, hey, man, you know what? You can do this on your own. You don't need a coach. I'm like, you know what? My goal is to develop a pro-level physique. And in the past, I had taken the mindset of, I want to win, I want to come first place, I want to get a pro card. That's my goal, to get a pro card. And again, with the help of my wife and others around me, for example, like Matt Coates, which helped me really, really change my mindset around, I really started to embrace the fact that winning doesn't matter. It's not about a trophy. It's not about coming in first place. It's about loving the day-to-day journey and developing a pro-level physique. If you develop a pro-level physique, the pro card will come and everything will fall into place. So I really, really worked hard on embracing that mindset. And I ended up doing it, thankfully. And the journey was just so amazing. The past year, I worked extremely, extremely hard, following my gut as to what I felt worked best for me, what I had seen in the past work best for me in terms of putting on muscle mass. First in the off-season, in terms of putting on muscle mass. And what did I do? I trained heavy. That's what I felt works best for me. I trained heavy to failure, low volume, big exercises, barbell squats, barbell rows, hack squats, barbell bench presses, barbell shoulder presses. I rarely even use dumbbells, to be honest. Pull downs, just a lot of the basic movements. And for those of you who don't know, I actually train in a basement. So in my parents' basement, I have a gym, and I drive over there every single morning, and I train over there. So it's not like I have a bunch of fancy equipment. Yeah, I have a good amount of gym equipment. I have everything that's necessary, but I built most of my physique in that basement. So I don't have access to this multi-million-dollar facility. Now the off-season went awesome. I got up to 265 pounds. Some people even criticized me and said, oh, you got too fat, you got too chubby, you got too big. I didn't believe that at all. I saw it as necessary in order to put on as much size as I could. Then came the point where I said, you know what? I want to do a cut. I want to do a cut in order to catch a really, really good rebound. I had caught a really good rebound from last time. So the goal was just, hey, get super lean and then catch a rebound. So I started cutting. A few weeks go by, the body fat's coming off quite easily. And then from there, I started seeing, okay, you know what, I'm cutting, let's keep pushing. I see a few shows in the future. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be ready for those shows, a little bit behind. And I keep pushing and pushing, and then a few weeks out, I notice, you know what, I could probably hit up a show. If I'm cutting, I want to get in contest shape regardless. I want to see what I look like. I want to catch a good rebound. Why not do a show? At about a week and a half out of the CPA Legends Cup, I thought, you know what, screw it. I can do this. I can be ready for this show. And with the help of those around me, their opinions, I said, I'm going to do it. So I jumped into the show. I was able to step on stage at Legends Cup at about 214 pounds. I was very, very conservative for that show with the amount of fullness I had. I didn't want to spill. It was my first show of the season, doing my peaking alone. So I came in, I did feel like I could have been a little bit fuller, but with the best condition of my entire life. So I was actually super, super happy with that look I had at Legends Cup. Now, for those of you who don't know, Legends Cup is one of the most competitive regional shows in entire Canada. The year prior, I had come in third as a light heavyweight at about 194 pounds. And this time I came in third as a heavyweight at 214 pounds. So I was really in better condition. So I was really, really happy with that look. Brandon Corbett came in first place, and he actually ended up winning his pro card a week after. So it's pretty cool to say, hey, you know what? I lost to the guy who ended up turning pro the week after. So I qualified for nationals. I said, you know what? Let's get more stage experience. Let's get more stage experience. Let's continue playing with my body. Let's see where I could go, what I can learn in terms of being able to peak myself. Let's try a little bit of a different strategy. So for the first show, I tried doing a linear load. I tried adding carbs little by little all week, but my metabolism was just flying through food. So I actually ended up getting to Friday, and my metabolism was just so fast that I had to eat so much, and I felt like I was a little bit, not distended, but my stomach volume was a little bit higher just from all the food I had to eat Friday and Saturday. So I stepped on stage at about 214, super happy with that look. Decided to do nationals the week after that. Eat a lot more throughout the week, and I decided to try a carb backload approach. So I had a big refeed. I was used to all prep doing massive refeeds. Big refeed, 1,350 grams of carbs on the Thursday. Friday, I noticed my weight didn't go up that much, and I wasn't as full. I was still flattening out. So I had to keep eating a ton of food on Friday, and I was able to step on stage at 218.5 the Saturday for nationals. I was really happy with that look. I purposely wanted a bigger, fuller look. Now, I did lose a little bit of lines, but in my opinion, I needed to be a lot bigger to compete with those guys at nationals that are just so much bigger. And even one of the judges told me, hey man, you look like you belong up there. And I was still one of the smaller guys, especially in terms of my upper body. So, super happy with the look. I would say I still kept most of my lines. And although the judges did say, come in drier next time, again, it's the look that I felt was best for that day, and I couldn't be happier with it. Fast forward 1 week later, the CPA Fidel Clark Right show. For that show, I thought, you know what, let me try a little bit of a different approach. Let's see what an in-between look would look like. I know that the big guys from nationals are not going to be here, especially those top three guys, so I don't feel like I need to hang with size with those guys as much. And I'm going to try a little bit of a dry look, but a little bit of a fuller look from Legends Cup. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to aim for the 216 to 217 mark, and in between what Legends was and what Nationals was. I actually ended up stepping on stage at about 215.5 with what I consider probably the best look of that combination between fullness and dryness. I was super happy with that look as well. And thanks to that look, I was able to win a Nationals. I came in 7th place out of 8 guys, and they deserved it. They were super amazing. 4 of those guys were actually masters. Sorry. And with that thought in mind, like, even the judges told me, like, you just need more muscle maturity. You need more time under the bar. These guys have been training way longer than you have. I'm 31 years old, so, you know, just keep putting time in. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep gaining muscle. Keep perfecting your physique. Keep perfecting your craft. So I ended up winning an overall the week after that at the Fidel Clark Great Show, and I was super happy with that look. Again, I felt like the lines were all there. Condition looked even better because the muscle was so full and exploding through the skin. And for all 3 shows, thankfully, I was able to peak myself. I looked the best I've ever had. No crazy diuretic protocols, no cutting water other than maybe slight adjustments the day of the show. No being dehydrated, like nothing like that. And I was super happy. No kooky peak week protocols. Overall, this is my favorite, best competitive season ever. For the first time ever, I was able to step on stage all 3 times, happy with the look I had. And that had never happened to me in the previous shows that I had done. So this was my 11th show, best off season I've ever had, best prep I've ever had. I didn't have to go over 45 minutes of cardio. Actually, that's a lie. I was doing 45 minutes cardio most prep towards the end, as I was a little bit behind, trying to get that little bit of fat off. I did start implementing 20 and 25 minute sessions later in the day. But it wasn't crazy. I was just mainly working on getting steps, getting those cardio sessions in, and I didn't have to go super low on food. The lowest amount of calories I had were 2,400 calories on my off days. And to be honest, most prep was having these massive refeeds 2 to 3 times a week. My smaller refeeds were about 4,500 calories, and my big refeed was over 6,000 calories once a week. So my training performance did not suffer at all. I actually got stronger as all prep went. The last 2 weeks of prep, things started coming down a little bit, which is normal, but I was super happy that I maintained all my muscle mass, which had been a problem in the past. I ended up super, super motivated for this competitive season. With that in mind, and with what the judges told me, they said, hey, listen, you have a nice structure, you have a small waist, you have everything there, bring up the upper body more, come in harder, come in with more muscle maturity, and you're going to have a dangerous physique. And that's exactly the goal. So this offseason, I am determined to keep putting on more muscle mass, especially in the upper body, but including my legs as well. And my goal is to step on stage again in 2026, so about a year and a half to 2 years from now, with a solid 50 to 20 pounds of stage weight. I gained about 25 pounds of stage weight in a year. I'm really confident I can gain 15 to 20 pounds of stage weight in the next 2 years and come in even better, drier condition. So my goal is to be a super heavyweight next time I compete and just look absolutely insane. Again, I'm not focused on a pro card. I'm not focused on a trophy. Look how happy I am. And, yeah, sure, I had 1 overall, but I lost the other 2 shows. But whether I would have turned pro this season or whether I would have come in dead last all 3 shows, I am extremely happy. Thanks to Jehovah God, I was able to peak myself, prep myself, and look the best I ever have. And the amount of progress I had from last year to this year is the reason why I'm so happy. Because it's not about a pro card, it's not about winning, it's not about a trophy, it's about continual progress and loving the day-to-day process. And with that in mind, I encourage all of you guys to think for yourselves, to keep working hard, and to never give up on your goals and dreams. Because I'm not giving up on my goals and dreams. And slowly, I know that every day I'm getting closer and closer to them. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any questions at all. I would love to be able to help you guys out, get in the best shape of your lives. I also have my coaching program, so feel free to message me. You can find me on Instagram, send me a DM, or message me at physiqueteacademy@gmail.com. You can apply to my coaching program, and I'd love to be able to help you reach your goals. Thanks again for watching, guys. Check out Mutant as well. Use the code ROJAS, ROJAS, to get 15% off all your supplements at Mutant. And I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, all the messages I got. And also make sure to watch that video and all the cheat meals I had post-show. Now it's time to grow, guys.